when you sit down here writing all day long, it's hard to think about anything else to some degree. I mean, everything I'm doing is focusing on this new book. The name of the new book is Stay Lit, Freedom That Lasts. I told you all about it a couple of weeks ago. Getting lit is a temporary fix to a permanent problem. Staying lit is a solution to a spiritual condition. And so that's definitely what we want to do. We want to stay lit. We don't want to just get lit. But when I sit down here doing this all day long, I'm picking apart my life and how and what Jesus did to put it back together. And honestly, I stay down here crying. At the end of each chapter, I'm in tears because it's absolutely amazing what God did to put my life back together. Now, writing this and figuring out the right words and how to say it in the way that's going to make sense to other people and help them to feel like they can do the same thing, and all the stuff that goes with writing a book that's about transformation, is nerve-wracking. And it's painful to hash out. Have I used that word? Does that make sense? Is that really what I'm saying? I mean, I must say those 3 sentences to myself 500 times a day. But when I look at how beautiful it is what God has done, that his restorative, hopeful, purposeful presence has just come in and altered every single aspect of my life. It's been so easy. I know that sounds, I don't know, like I think I'm super spiritual or something, and I don't mean that. I mean, as soon as you get to the place where you're able to give up your way and stop and recognize that that's not going to ever get you anywhere, the faster you get to the place where you can change your mindset, you can change your attitude. And so instead of saying, hell yeah, let's go, because that's how I lived my life. I was all, let's do it. Let's try that. Let's try this. Let's go here. Let's ask them. Let's steal this. Let's whatever. Let's take that. Trying to get high, trying to escape, the truth of my emotions. You see, my emotions ran my life. They ran my entire life for all of my life until I got clean. But they weren't taking me anywhere. I had to get to a place where I was willing to take authority over all those emotions and say, this is not the truth. These can't run my life anymore. Nothing can run your life unless you let it. Do you know that? No man, no emotion, no circumstance can run your life unless you say, okay, here, have control. You are the only one who has the authority to stop that in your life. But you can. If I did, you can. Because, I got tired of going, okay, let's go. Let's do this. Let's try that. Because none of it was working. And I didn't want to feel my feelings, and I didn't want to think about the thoughts I was having, and I thought this was going to bring freedom and fun. And I mean, how many times you got to wake up in jail before you go, oh, maybe this isn't bringing freedom? A lot. I had to go through it a lot. But I did get to the place where I recognized that I was believing a lie. A big, fat, freaking lie that was never going to do what it was promising me. And the further I got away from all of that and my emotions, the easier it became to recognize that I wanted to be free. Listen, people do what they want to do. I wasn't getting free because I didn't want to be free. I believed the lie and stayed trapped in that because I thought it was going to do something positive for me. But it wasn't. And so as soon as I got to the place where I went, that's a lie. I'm not going to believe that anymore. Then I wanted freedom. And then I began to get to a place where I could experience freedom. And the more well I became, the easier it got to say, hell no, I'm not going there. Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, had to get to the place where it was like, no, no, no to my emotions. I'm not going there. I'm not feeling that. I'm not accepting that. I'm not believing that. I don't want that anymore. And you know, it could be drugs, it could be fear, it could be anger, it could be food, it can be complaining, it can be making excuses, all kinds of stuff. We can get up under all kinds of lies that we think are going to make the situation better or less noticeable or whatever it is we tell ourselves. But recognizing those lies and getting those emotions under control enables you to say, no, I'm not going there anymore. I'm going to stand up and fight. I'm going to choose not to believe that. That is not the truth. And if it's not the truth, I don't have to operate in it. And when you're able to do that, then you become free. And when you become free, you've made peace with your past. Because whatever happened before doesn't matter today. I'm free from that. That was yesterday. That doesn't even count. It doesn't even matter. You can't do anything about yesterday, and you can't do anything with yesterday. Today is the day that counts. And when you become free, your past has no power over you. So work on that this week. Make yourself stand up to your emotions. Recognize when you're believing lies and do something different. Love you guys, and I'll see you next week. It's important that we have a reason to wake up every day. It's amazing. I've experienced it, and so can you. Take your feelings to Him. He's good. You can do it. It'll make a difference.